This is the Pam Sowder Podcast. With over 2 decades of field and corporate experience and voted one of the most influential women in direct selling, Pam helps mesh the daily needs of distributors to everyday life challenges. It's time to get over yourself, fire up your productivity, work less, and live more. Learn the self-limiting hashtag F-bombs holding you back, fear, frustration, and failures, and turn those F-bombs into friendships, fun, and freedom. Ready? Let's get this party started.
Thanks for listening. Here are some Ask Pam questions on business building. Here's question 1. What is your opening conversation to start talking about the products when talking to someone online after talking to them about their page or giving them a compliment? Wow, I love this question, and this goes for those of us who are building both online and offline. There really isn't a difference. When you talk to somebody online, just visualize that they're right in front of you and have that big smile on your face, and you've already given them a compliment, which is a great segue into talking about your products. And so you can just be bold and ask them a really general question, such as, have you ever looked at the It Works product line? And just stop talking and let them come back and give you an answer. And always make sure that your answers are very short and very concise, because you don't want to get into a whole lot of detail, especially in the beginning, and don't answer a question that hasn't been asked. That's probably the biggest advice that I can give you. And then if you're offline, for those of us who are out here every single day, we've got our Blitz cards. They can be either on our phone or in person in our hand. And we hand that card over, or we're starting a conversation with somebody, let's say at Target or a cosmetics counter or Starbucks or at the bank, and they've done something nice for you, you can give them a compliment back. Thank you so much for being so helpful today. I'd love to give you a coupon for my product. And then again, stop talking. Give them the coupon, whether you send it to them through a text or Facebook, or visually hand them one or physically hand them one. And then allow them the opportunity to take a look at it. Get very quiet, keep that smile on your face, let them look at it, let them read it. And once again, don't answer a question that hasn't been asked. Allow them the opportunity to ask you that first question. Then come back with a very short answer to the point with that smile on your face. Let them look at it a little longer, ask another question, and it just bounces back and forth. Now, because they're at work, they may not be able to make an executive decision on purchasing right then, so you want to make sure that you contact them the best way that they want to be contacted, which could be Facebook, text messaging, Instagram, whatever media that they use. Keep that smile on your face. Keep asking those questions. Know that your product line works for people, that you're excited about it so they can sense that, they can feel it. And I promise you, as you continue to do this, you're just going to get better and better. Here's question 2 on our business building. I'm having issues getting DTs and LCs. I live in a touristy area in Maine, so in the winters, many are unemployed and don't have the funds to do either. What would you give advice on this subject? All right, we're going to totally change this up. Everybody thinks their area is the worst area for LCs and DTs. I have people here in Florida where it's sunny 80-90% of the time, and they say people aren't interested. And so it's coming from our perspective. If there's people in your area that don't have income, why wouldn't they be interested in an opportunity? They would. So let's change it up. Let's change up your beliefs. And let's no longer say I'm having issues getting DTs and LCs. Let's say I'm a recruiting machine. Everywhere I go, people want these products, people want this opportunity, and really get your energy up, your excitement up. And when you go out and you're carrying that with you, people can sense that you've got something going on. I remember Cammie coming up to me one time and she said, "Pam, do I have $1 million bill all over my forehead?" And I said, "Why?" She goes, "Because everywhere I go, people are asking me about what do I do? How do I work from home?" They're asking me these questions and they don't know a thing about me. Now, what was that? That was energy. She was projecting out there. People were sensing it. and they were wanting to be a part of whatever she had. So what you may be doing, and this is subconscious and you can work on it, you may be projecting that nobody wants the opportunity. No one wants the products. So your energy is low, your excitement is not as high as it could be, and they're kind of like not interested. So try it. And so how do you fake it? It's not really fake. Are you excited? Are you interested in the products? Are you taking the products? Are you getting results from the products? And that's what I would look at first, making sure that you're utilizing the products that we have, that you're getting your own personal results so that you can go out there with more excitement and offer the products back out to the people that you talk to. And on the business side, if you've made $100 with It Works, you've made money. And that's exciting for people. If you've got people in your area that because it's wintertime, the marketplace is down, then they've got the time. They've got the desire to build something from home that they can work spare time, part-time. And so I would just acknowledge that and go out there with more exuberance, more energy, more excitement, and make sure that when you're talking to people that you really believe in what you're doing. And how do you conquer that? Just by really believing it, saying, look, I know this works. I've followed others that have made this happen. They believe in it, so I'll believe in it too. And then follow a couple people on Facebook or Instagram that you truly admire and listen to their stories over and over again. Make sure you come to an event. Events will change you. It'll build your belief. One team, one mission, whether it's that or a green carpet event, whether it's conference that we have each and every year. And I know that you'll overcome this just one step at a time. Here's question 3 on business building. What is the best way to inspire new DTs who don't live anywhere near me? Well, It Works as a global company. So we have distributors in 23 countries today. And most all of them are coming from a connection here in the United States. So we're building globally. We cannot be in their house trying to inspire or motivate them. So the way to do that is to connect with them through either FaceTime, through a Zoom, having them go connect to a local meeting in their area. That is very inspirational, the best way to do it. But if that's not possible, then get them connected with others through a Zoom. Get them connected with others through videos, through YouTube, and make sure you're staying connected with them. I've got a personal trainer who texted me this morning and said, "Happy Monday. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Just wanted to check in with you." Why can't you do that? You can. That's just showing that you care. It's a personal touch. So stay connected through those areas. And also, when you've got corporate teams such as ours who have Sunday night calls, Monday night calls, they can call in and listen to those. They can listen to the repeats online if they're in a different time zone, so that they feel connected to us as well, and get them connected to your upline, to someone that's already been there, done that. It's always that outside voice. Sometimes they don't listen to us like they'll listen to someone else that can inspire them through their actions. And if they're in a certain profession, find somebody that's also in that profession that may have either left that profession or still in that profession doing It Works at the same time that they can feel that connection with. Because I'll never forget the first meeting that I went to in the industry. The lead speaker, the number one money earner in that company, was a former teacher just like me. And there was an instant connection because I could sense that he had been there in the same place that I was at the time, and that he did it so I could do it too. Best way to inspire someone. Okay, here's question 4 on business building, and I love this question. How do you not get discouraged from all the no's and no responses? It's just a part of life. When you talk to somebody, you're reaching out, they're having just a regular day, and suddenly you reach out to them and you ask them if they'd be interested in your products or your opportunity, and that was nowhere on their radar. You're just coming in on a random day, asking them one of those questions, and you're expecting a yes. Well, more than likely, you're not going to get it unless they're going through a phase of life called transition. And that transition could be like it was for my daughter, Kay. She grew up in the industry, was not interested until she was a senior in college, and understanding that very quickly she was going to have to go get a job. Kay was suddenly in transition. So she started paying attention to what I did, started asking me questions about if she could do it and what the details were of how she would do it. And so we started going back and forth. It wasn't immediate for her. And so if you may contact someone who is in transition like that, or you may not. But here's the thing. No means not yet. You've planted a seed. And that seed was you asked them, are you interested in taking a look at my products or my opportunity? They may not be interested. Their health may be perfection for them, but suddenly they get a diagnosis, or they suddenly want to lose weight, or they've got a wedding to go to. Then they'll remember that you contacted them. So I never stop contacting the no's. I always sprinkle on them all along the way. When they pop in my brain, I'll just send them a text or a Facebook message and say, hey, I was thinking about you today. How you doing? You never talk about the products or the opportunity at that time. You just ask them those questions. I have so many stories. I remember Melody McFarland telling me that she was just dripping on this girl that was in the former industry of hers, and she kept dripping on her and dripping on her. And 11 months later, this woman is going through transition. And when Mel called her at 11 at night, 11 months later, at 11 at night, Mel just heard that voice, hey, give so-and-so a call, which she did. The girl started crying and said she was ready for a change. So you never know. So no's mean not yet. So how do you overcome them day to day? Just by understanding that, just by realizing that is a part of business. Everyone goes through it. I probably have gotten more no's than anyone else, and I haven't died from them. And neither will you. So just get up and understand that. Keep track of them. Keep following up with them. And those no's will eventually turn into yeses. Let's get real. Let's get raw. You know, when I think about these questions in reality, all I'm hearing are excuses. And I've had them. And the reason I can recognize them is I've had them all. Oh, nobody in my area wants these products. I can't connect with anyone offline or online. Nobody seems to be responding. Best way to inspire new DTs who don't live near me, inspire them by your inspiration, by doing the business, by showing the day in and day out activity. And how do you get discouraged from the no's? You know what? Go ask 1,000 people, get 1,000 no's, and by then you'll be an ambassador diamond. That's what happens. So we've got to understand these questions are great. I don't want to take away from the questions. They are wonderful questions. I've asked them myself. But it comes down to making excuses, arguing for your limitations. Be bold. Be brave, step outside of that comfort zone, and go build the business of your dreams. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Pam Sowder Podcast. Be sure to check out my website at pamsowder.com. There you can get inspired, listen to more podcasts, read and submit Ask Pam questions that could be featured on an upcoming podcast episode. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And as always, much love and appreciation.